Good day, everyone, and you're welcome to the third recording of this particular unit, which is CHCDIV001 Working with Diverse People. If you are just joining us, I advise that you watch the first two parts, and this will be the third part. On the third part, we are going to be starting with key areas of diversity and their characteristics. This includes the culture, race, and ethnicity. Here in Australia, we said we have people that come from Europe, from Asia, from the islands, from Africa, everyone coming together to form what we call Australia, or to adopt and be part of Australia as a home. So while we are coming from this background, we all have different races, we have different ethnicity, and we have different culture. So it is very important for us to try to learn, understand, and engage others in order to know more about this race, ethnicity, as well as their culture. Other than that, another important part of diversity is disability. People have different challenges which might reduce their ability to be able to function. So this is a very key area that we need to understand and remember not to also discriminate in any way because of someone's challenges or because of someone's disability. Likewise, their religion and spiritual beliefs should not be used as a yardstick for not giving them, or for not engaging them, or for not even allowing them to participate as they required. So we have genders which include transgender, intersex. Of course, the generalization or the as well as sexual orientation, all these are ways or key areas of diversity that we need to always take a very good note of. Addressing cultural differences is a very big deal, and we can only get this done by being aware of our own culture, learn about the culture of our clients, and avoid any type of stereotyping. We are expected and we must always treat people as an individual. Respect the difference in other people's culture, respect the client's right, and respect the client's right to be proud of their own culture as well, and give them opportunity to make their choice. Respect their choice, support them in making the right one. Improving understanding of culture using resources. So these are some of the resources we can make use of: the health team members, families and friends of that particular client, religious organization and leaders of the community that the client belongs to. The ethnics as well as the community group can also be very strong ways of supporting our clients, or using all the resources that assist in getting our client to have the right support they required. Working in a cross-cultural health team helps in developing appropriate communication techniques. It also benefits us by sharing knowledge among one another. It gives us opportunity to really understand each other better, work flexibly and cooperative among one another, set goals and seek solutions, and also be aware of any form of conflict, tension that's likely to emanate. It also gives us opportunity to be aware of our own attitude. It helps. We need to be helpful and friendly to all our team members. Listen and consider other people's points. Do not get over emotion, or if there is any form of discrimination that we witness, it is our responsibility to report such. While addressing cultural diversity in workplace, a cultural diversity policy covering the provision of cultural appropriate aged care services, or even ensuring the culturally inclusive work environment. Another way of addressing cultural diversity is organization must support cultural needs in the workplace and ensure there is no form of discrimination. Example of this can be having what we call cultural day. So, excuse me. If you have cultural day in our organization, that is a way of motivating, or a way of addressing any form of discrimination that other people might be having towards a particular group or a particular culture. An anti-discrimination law or policy should be available at all times, and a complaint system should also be available to all and be acted upon if there is any form of complaint. Issues faced by marginalized group. Those groups that we believe they are being marginalized against, they can suffer what we call physical health. Example of physical health is immobility, disability, asthma, cancer, arthritis, to mention but few. What are the care need or prospective factor to support these particular people? This include regular exercise, regular checkup, and healthy eating. If they are eating healthy, this will support them in getting better physically. Another issue is the mental health issue. Mental health issue involve depression, dementia, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar, etc. The care need or the protective factor to support people with mental health challenges is regular checkup, engaging them in social activities, education, and empowerment. Emotional health. Emotional health include grief and loss, stress, psychopathy, trauma, domestic violence, etc. And how to support people that are having or going through emotional health include regular checkup, engaging them in social activities, education, as well as empowerment. It is everybody's right to prevent discrimination in workplace. We as a carer, as a support worker, how do we prove someone is discriminating, or how do we identify if we are being discriminated against or due to our cultural differences? It is also important that we identify the legal document that prevents discrimination at the workplace. So I would like us to discuss this in a group. How do you prove someone is discriminating? How do you identify if it is discrimination or cultural differences? And identify the legal document that prevent discrimination in the workplace. Yeah, this can take us like 5-10 minutes. Once we are done, yeah, we are going to go to the next page. Effective communication. Workplace diversity can only be resolved or can only be at its best when we communicate among ourselves effectively. Effective communication happens when the speaker makes themselves clearly understood by everyone. The receiver of the communication understands the message correctly, and there is mutual sharing of information in a respectful manner between and among all parties. We should use simple short sentences. We are to always avoid any form of jargons or medical term. Ask close questions when possible. Reflect on meaning as well as emotion associated with the communication. Give clear and precise instruction. Give your client full attention and try to be on the same level of the client in order for them to be able to probably see you better, and if they are the one that's really need to see your face or look at the movement of your mouth in order for them to get clear picture, please try and do so. Communication type communication has many forms. We have the verbal, we have the non-verbal, we have the tone of voice, active listening, writing, graphics, to mention but few. Well, out of all this, there is what we call body language. Body language is a very important part of communication, and when you are working in healthcare industry, you try to sharpen your observation in order to really get and interpret the body language appropriately in order to support your client. Body language include facial expression, gesture, posture, distance. Also, I would like us to break into group of 3 and prepare list of good and bad example of body language. Body language in different culture can be different, of course, just like the language or the speaking language. So body language as well can be interpreted differently by different culture. So your body language may not be understood by others correctly, and you may not understand their home body language as well correctly. To avoid this kind of barrier, you can clarify what is it that each party is trying to say to one another. So another form of communication is written communication. This involves filling of forms, message, leaving instruction, completing case notes. And when we are doing this, we are expected to write clearly, cross out anything that is not right, and once you cross anything out, you have to put your initial on them. Signs in language is preference, and information in language is also very, very important. Language issue with clients. When you are working with diverse people, it is very, very important that you try to resolve any barrier associated with languages, particularly when you are dealing with your clients, because whether they are unable to really understand your language or you are unable to understand them. Other issues include care plan, identify language abilities and needs. Use a language tool if applicable in order to clarify what you are trying to say to your client, and if there is need, you can get translator to actually give your client the necessary information they required. Also use interpreter if required, or only use family member to assist them if that is what they prefer. This is where we are going to stop today, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.